Hello and welcome back to another update for Total Breakdown, and I must admit they dropped a good few hints in this video for us. So from the beginning, let's see what we can see. Power storage is now confirmed and it looks like it stores up to 100 megawatt hours and will last 1 hour. But is this a 1 hour in game or is this 1 hour in real life? This is something I've assumed that they'd be adding for a while, and it makes sense with the unique use for batteries, but from what we can see here, it costs 100 wire, 20 steel beams and 5 modular frames. And we know this is only using 3 items, as when we go to the space elevator, which requires 4 items, the 4th item is partially showing. So maybe they will add batteries to the recipe, or perhaps this is an early game power storage and that there will actually be a larger variant using batteries later on. Now apparently it is used when connected to the grid, which is interesting, suggesting it only kicks in if we manually connect it or switch it on using the power switch, interestingly enough, or the priority power switch, which I am very excited for getting my hands on. Jace also mentions the new codex and being able to bring up information by pressing that. It's a nice touch and will certainly be useful for newer players to the game, being able to search what's needed for what recipe. We then go on to the new shop design, starting with the new mock-ups. Notice how they suggest here that decor might be a future option. This has been suggested in streams before, and I'm certainly looking forward to hearing more about that in the future. But more importantly, if we look here, the factory cart is getting an update. Yes, the Fix-It Foundation only grip wheels, which will also give you a boost, I presume, to both speed and control. Does this mean that other vehicles will also get a boost on foundations too? And more importantly, can we fuel them with nitroxide or rocket fuel for even more speed? Next, we have the UI changes on the factory buildings. Now, this looks great. And as with their intentions, it looks much cleaner in my opinion. You can easily understand that you have the input, the main recipe, and the outputs. Skipping ahead, we have the different custom UI designs depending on the building, which is nice. And Jace is also getting confused here between a manufacturer and an assembler.
It's different to the manufacturer. See, look, see, this has got a different design.
Hiya.
See, it even says assembler.
A different design, so a nice little touch.
But then he leaks the new building info, so all is forgiven. Now, do let me know what you think this is for in the comments. He does say that it's an unreleased building, so I'm going to guess it's not the blender, so either potentially the power storage that we've just mentioned, or maybe it's something to do with nuclear power. After all, Panacotta did point out to me in stream today that the blue is the same color as Cherenkov radiation. I hope I've got that correct. Which, funnily enough, is a very similar color to that we saw with the plutonium waste. Perhaps it's a sign. The power UI has also changed, which I like. It now displays the max consumption, which I presume is the highest bar this section of power has reached. Ooh, well springs. New trees confirmed. Oh, and satellite nodes. And even more interestingly, once again, different purities. Now I must admit the extractor is looking pretty cool in general, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing it in my game. I'd go on into the information, but it's all kind of unconfirmed at this point, and I was expecting a much higher power wattage with it being a late game item. And 20 megawatt hours seems pretty low. I mean, even an oil extractor uses 40 megawatts, and this is producing off 5 nodes, and they did mention previously that these fracking nodes have a higher concentration of resources, and if this has 66 between 5 nodes, then this is a rip-off. But then again, maybe gas values will differ from water and oil, but for now, I'll take all of this with a grain of salt, just like Jace mentions. New trees confirmed. New trees confirmed. Overclocking the pressurizer works for the extractors at the same time, which is also great. Also, look at the gas in the pipes, looking pretty cool if you ask me. Anyway guys, let me know what you think about all of this down below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. And also, thanks to our amazing supporters who make it possible for me to do this, most notably our Solar Eclipse patrons, The Calamity, Bo Papa, Cerebral Tag and Treble, as well as our Lunar Eclipse patrons, Matt Lippard, Chris McCabe and Lord of July. And finally, our Blood Moon of the Day, James Irwin. Anyway guys, until next time, ciao for now.